From Los Angeles, it's the Tom Leykis Show.
Oh!
And now, here he is, Tom Leykis.
Thank you for tuning in to the Tom Leykis Show. This is where America gets together to talk about the issues you really care about. It's a different kind of a radio talk program. We're the radio talk show that is not hosted by a right-wing wacko or a convicted felon. No, I am your host. Write down our toll-free telephone number. You're going to need it. It's 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866. Thank you for tuning in. Thanks for being part of our program. Here we are together again on the radio. We appreciate your patronage here. We absolutely do. Good to be here. It's the best job in the world. It's the most fun. Here we are, number one in Seattle, number one in Baltimore, number one in Los Angeles, kicking ass, and we're having a good time. How great is that? It's a lot of fun to be here. Anyway, appreciate your patronage, appreciate you being part of our program, and just having fun, hanging out, kicking back, doing our thing. And always amazed at the amount of email we get. I recommend you drop us a line, by the way, because I do read all of it. We get hundreds of emails every day. And after I delete all the Viagra offers and the offers of OxyContin and Vicodin and what have you, offers to lengthen my penis, eventually I get down to the nitty-gritty of what you're trying to get to me. That, and I don't mind my telling you, I feel honored. Got a letter today from the president of Nigeria. This seems urgent. I have been chosen. He wants to put $157 million in my bank account. So I'll be taking a few days off so I can handle this transaction. I just, they keep writing me. It seems like this is very important. And I just emailed him with my bank account information, my home telephone number and address, my fax number. And I'm sure that money will be arriving any day now. So I'm going to be home for a few days. I hope you don't mind. Why are all those people calling in? Yeah, I wonder why. They probably want a piece of the money. That's what it is. Not happening. President of Nigeria wants it in my account, and that's where it's going. That's it. Anyway, I do recommend that you write to us, because I do weed through all of the mail, everything you send in. And some of it is crap. A lot of it is very good. But appreciate it, and I read all of it. Now, the email address, if you'd like to write in, is tom@blowmeuptom.com. tom@blowmeuptom.com. You write in, I read. Listen to this story from England. This is, I've been telling you this is coming, and now here it comes. Another thing I told you was coming, and now it's here. I've been warning you, and now it's here. Here it is, from England. The British government announced plans on Wednesday to allow children born from donated sperm or eggs to trace their biological parents. Fertility specialists welcome the change, although some express concern that it might deter potential donors. Well, tough luck. Tough luck. The way you got donors in the past was by lying to people and telling them that their identities would never be known, that they could happily spank away into a Dixie cup and that it would never be an issue. or that girls going through college need a few extra bucks for books, could go in, donate eggs, nobody would ever know, and then later on, surprise, ding dong, there's somebody at the door, and it's your donation coming to meet you. So you've been getting donors by deceiving people. You've been lying to people, telling them that their identities would never, ever be public. So, frankly, I'm glad the British government is telling people this, and I hope you know in the United States that it's coming here, too. In fact, a number of people who have been created through the artificial means, now that they are achieving the age of majority, they have been filing lawsuits to find out who their quote-unquote parents are, and this is happening more and more. So I am telling you, do not donate sperm. Do not donate eggs. Do not do it. Donate blood. Donate plasma. Donate your kidneys, for Christ's sake. But do not donate eggs or sperm. Because one day, they're going to find you. One day, your little donation into the Dixie Cup is going to come waddling up to your front door demanding to have a relationship with Daddy. I don't give a rat's ass about people who cannot conceive. It's not my problem. If you're religious, God's trying to tell you something. You're fallow, you're not having kids. Done. I don't really care about your problems. Yeah, you folks better band together and protect the identities of people who donate, or there are going to be no donors. At all. Melanie Johnson, the public health minister, this is in England now, was speaking at the annual conference of human fertilization and embryology. She said, we live in an age where as technology continues to develop, our genetic background will become increasingly important. She said donor-conceived people want more information about their genetic origins, perhaps for themselves, perhaps for their children, perhaps because they feel the information belongs to them, that it is rightly theirs. So what? If that information is given prior to a proper warning being given to the donor, the sperm or egg was obtained under false pretenses. And for that reason, the information should not be given. Period. And now, once you give people fair warning, I'm giving you fair warning. Now that you know it's possible, your identity will be released to your offspring. Why in the world would you donate sperm or eggs? Why would you do it? I wouldn't do it. No way. Says here, if approved by Parliament in England, the new regulations would be effective on April 1st, 2005. They would apply to donations after that date, and inquiries could only be made after a child reaches the age of 18. While the child would not have any legal or financial claim on donors, that's in England. You know that won't be the case here. You spank into a Dixie cup and suddenly your offspring wants money. That's what's going to happen here, and they're going to get it, too. You watch. You know how often I'm right about these things. I'm telling you. We have more lawyers than any country on the planet. Says here that some experts predicted doing away with anonymity would dissuade some potential donors. Well, I hope so. I hope it dissuades all donors. I really do. Just to prove a point. Dr. Alan Pacey of the British Fertility Society said there is a danger that if we cannot recruit donors, we may find that many infertile couples will be unable to receive treatment. Donor-born children are allowed to trace their genetic parentage in a number of other countries, including Sweden, Austria, Australia, and the Netherlands. New Zealand and Japan are among the countries considering whether to allow it, but in the United States, donors remain mostly anonymous. However, there are several U.S. sperm banks whose donors agree to have their identity revealed, either at the time of donation or later in the child's life. I'm telling you, people are filing lawsuits over this in the United States right now. And with all these other countries doing this, it will happen here. And by that time, it'll be too late. You will have donated already. And then later on, they're going to say, well, we know we agreed to keep the information secret, but now the law's changed, so we have to reveal it. I'm telling you, and I know we have a lot of college students who listen to this show, I'm telling you, there are ads in your local alternative newspaper, music newspaper, magazines, telling you to donate sperm or eggs, and it's a great way to make money while you're in school. I'm begging you, don't do it. Don't do it. Treat your sperm like an American Express card, because that's exactly what it is. It's cash. It's cash in your nutsack. That's exactly what it is. Don't give it to anyone else. Don't sell it to anyone else. Don't do it. And while we're at it, all you crazy people out there who want to impregnate your neighbors who are lesbians or... don't do it. You will get nailed eventually. I think people who do this are nuts. Agree or disagree?
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
I can't believe that men are so concentrated on women to parents. I mean, come on.
Are you just finding this out now?
No, but to hear it on your show is, like, appalling.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show, 1-800-5800-TOM. That's the telephone number. And your telephone calls. Steve on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Steve.
Hey, listening to your topic, I agree with everything you said about, people getting screwed and they shouldn't be donating that kind of stuff. The only thing that I could see would be a plus knowing who your parents were, is if maybe your dad had, like, testicular cancer real young, or maybe your mom as a family,
that may all be true, but the point is, everybody should have been informed to begin with.
Yeah, and, if they sign confidentiality, there shouldn't be any laws that can break that, I don't understand that.
That's it. And as far as I'm concerned, everybody whose identity is revealed should sue for the maximum amount possible.
Yeah, sue the government and the people.
Sue everybody. Sue them.
One more thing I want to bring up, with all these donating, I don't see why, I just saw in the news in the local L.A. area, there's less than 1 day supply worth of blood, and, you got all these people out there trying to donate, blood, their sperm and their eggs, and, something catastrophic could happen, and there's no blood for yourself, so, I think people need to really take that message out there.
Yeah, well, you know what, if I'm in college, and I needed an extra $150 by spanking into a Dixie cup, I have a right to know that my identity is going to be protected. And I'm telling you right now, if you are in college or you're a young person thinking about doing this, don't do it. Because they will find out your identity, and the result of that little escapade will end up at your front door.
Hell yeah, Tom. Take me out with a bong hit, man.
Here you go, Steve.
Thank you, Tom.
It's 1-800-5800-TOM. Ed on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, what's going on, Tom?
Not much, Ed.
I gotta say, man, I agree with you 100%, man. Cats, if you're young, you really shouldn't do this, especially if you know you don't really want kids. I mean, the money sounds great and all, but you're taking a great risk. They got confidentiality, but it's really bull, you know what I'm saying?
Well, you know what's going to happen. The way this is going to work, and I'm telling you right now how it's going to work, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The way this is going to work is they sign you to the confidentiality agreement, and then later when the law changes, they're going to go, hey, I know we agreed, but it's the law. We have to reveal that information.
And then, like, the kids will come up on your doorstep looking for you. It's really a sad situation because it's not what you wanted from the beginning.
That's right.
And it's really a sad situation, not just for you, but for the kid because, they're going to be terribly disappointed, and they'll be like, who are you? I mean, I didn't want you, and,
That's right.
And it's really a sad situation.
There's no doubt about it. It's a sad situation. But we'll solve this problem. If there's no more people donating eggs and sperm, there'll be less people wondering about their family histories.
Exactly.
Bottom line.
No more of that. Where did daddy come from? Questions that you can't really answer for yourself. You're going to be digging in the files, and you find out, I'm so-and-so, he's from Massachusetts or something like that.
Yeah, do you really, you were going to school, and you were trying to get a few extra bucks to pay tuition or books or whatever. Do you really want some 12-year-old coming out of the woodwork, or 18-year-old, or whatever, later on, wanting to know all about you?
Yeah, exactly. You know, it's not worth it. It's not worth the heartache. It's not worth the, you know, finances either.
No.
So, you know, that's all I came to say. Hey, Tom, take me out with an African chant.
Here you go, Ed. It's Kat on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom, I was wondering why you don't think a woman should donate her eggs.
Because her identity will eventually be revealed.
Could they still come after the woman?
What do you mean?
For child support?
I'm sure they could. And by the way, even if it isn't child support, do you really want a child coming to your door after you do that?
No.
No. You want your life made more complicated. If you wanted to have a child, you wouldn't be donating eggs, you'd be having one.
This is true.
That's why I tell women not to donate eggs.
I respect you 100%, and I love you, and I listen to you every single day. Every woman out there should listen to you.
Thank you for that, Kat.
Thank you. Blow me up, Tom.
Here you go. 1-800-5800-TOM. Kristen on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Hey.
You know, I love your show, but I absolutely disagree with you on this. I am an egg donor, and people that are going to sit here and bitch about that a kid is produced and that they never thought through the ramifications of their action in the first place.
Well, they may have thought through the ramifications, and as you know, you sign 1 million pieces of paper when you make that donation.
Yeah, but
and among the things you are signing is a promise to keep your identity a secret.
Well, in my case, I am an egg donor, and I have not signed a confidentiality thing. So that is actually not my case.
So you would like the product of your donation to show up?
You know what? I think being an egg donor and being a sperm donor, most of the people who are recipients of this are not lesbian couples or single mothers or stuff like that. I think that they're...
I don't care who they are. This has nothing to do with who the parents are.
I think they are born to loving parents, and most kids are not going to want to know. Because they've got loving parents.
Well, you are in denial then, because you have no idea what the likelihood is.
And I wouldn't care. If they came to me, I would say, you know what? I enabled your mother to have a child because she really wanted a child. I am in no way...
Right, and what happens when that kid wants a relationship with you?
No, it's not.
What happens when that child wants a relationship with you?
It's not going to want a relationship.
How do you know what the child is going to want?
Why do I care? It is my DNA. Who cares?
Do you want a kid coming to your door and saying, I want to come to your house on the holidays?
You know what? I really don't care.
You don't care. Well, you know what? Most people who make these donations would care.
Well, you know what? Then maybe they shouldn't be making these donations.
That's my point. That's what I'm telling them. Don't donate.
No, that doesn't mean that no one should donate. That means that you should think through your actions.
I think the only people who should be making donations are people who want something to call up on the phone and say, Daddy, Mommy. That's the only people who should be making donations, because that's what's going to happen.
Child. I will not have birthed this child. I will not have raised this child.
You'll be hearing from them, though.
The Tom Leykis Show. This is the Tom Leykis Show.
Yes, at 1-800-5800-TOM. And England is ending the anonymity of egg and sperm donors. And I've told you now, do not donate sperm or eggs. All right, let me get Sarah on the air. We can get this out of the way before we continue here. Sarah, can I help you?
Hi, Tom. How you doing?
Okay, Sarah.
How's your day?
Great.
Awesome. I had a question.
Yes.
Why does the king of Nigeria, is that it?
I believe it was the president of Nigeria, yes.
President of Nigeria,
yes.
Why does he want to give you $157 million?
Well, you know, I was wondering that myself.
I bet you were.
But then I realized that for that kind of money, I better not take any chances.
So what have you done? I mean, did you ask these people why they wanted to give you this amount of money?
Well, you don't question something like that. When the president of Nigeria wants to send you $157 million, you pretty much respond, you know, yes, sir. And I immediately sent him all my bank account numbers, my PIN numbers. because I want them to be able to wire that money right into my account.
You're not worried about any strings being attached at all?
Oh, no. They told me they just needed me to do this for safekeeping and that I would be rewarded for doing this.
Safekeeping. So you're expected to give this money back?
I'm expected to give it back minus, I believe it was $20 million I'm going to get for doing the president this favor.
And you're not even curious why he's asked you to do this?
Well, I'm curious about it, but, the more questions you ask, the more likely it is you're not going to be able to do the deal. This letter sounded awfully official. It came from Lagos, Nigeria.
Uh-huh. Several of them, right?
Yes.
And they just picked you and said, hey, Tom.
They said that I was chosen.
You were chosen?
Yes.
But you have no reason why? Yes,
it was a letter from Mrs. Abacha.
Mm-hmm. Okay, well, I was just wondering why in the world they would...
See, you're just... You know what? I hate to say this, but I think you're jealous.
I'm not jealous, Tom. I'm really not.
The president of Nigeria did not pick you to send $157 million to your bank account.
That reaches X amount of people.
I mean, I just live off the interest of $157 million, even if I have to give it all back.
Right, but like I said, it makes you wonder why someone would want to do this. It makes me wonder.
Oh, I wonder, but I'm not going to. It's the president of Nigeria, for Christ's sake.
Uh-huh, and do you know anything about the politics of Nigeria? Did you research it? Or you're just saying, yeah, give me the money?
It's a big country. I know that.
Huh?
It's a big country.
The country, yeah.
It's a big country. It's in Africa.
Right.
What, am I going to say no?
I'm not saying you should say no, not at all. Go ahead and do it, but I
did it already. I sent the president of Nigeria my account numbers and my PIN numbers.
Right. Well, okay. I was just wondering why he would choose to pick you and say, here, hold my $100.
Well, certainly anybody who knows me knows I'm a responsible person. I mean, you'd have to trust me an awful lot with that kind of money that I'm going to give it back to you. Right. So, obviously, people who know me know that I'm trustworthy. I know how to handle money. I'm sure that when I was referred, my name apparently was referred to the president of Nigeria. I'm sure that they did a thorough background check on me. I mean, me check him. He's the one sending me the money. He should be checking me.
But you don't, like I said, why would he need to hide the money, so to speak, so he can, give it to you? So he obviously wouldn't have it for some reason.
Well, there's some kind. We all know there's instability in Nigeria. I'm sure he just, things happen to the banks. I don't know. I just know that this is an opportunity, and I'm going to take it.
All right, Tom. More power to you. I hope nothing negative comes from it.
All right. Well, thank you.
All right.
I'm just jealous. She wants $157 million in her account. She wants to be entrusted with that kind of responsibility, and she wasn't. Believable. Adrian on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Adrian.
I just wanted to say thank you for your announcement about the kids being able to find the identity of donors.
Yes.
I'm a student in Seattle, a college student. I was seriously considering donating eggs for some money because they offer so much money. I think couple $1,000 to donate eggs.
Yeah, they offer a lot more for donating eggs than sperm because it's like a surgical procedure.
Yeah.
Donating sperm is just a matter of handing you a copy of Playboy and a Dixie cup.
Right. You get about, I think this place was offering like $25,000, something outrageous like that. So I was thinking about it for money because I work too and, for some money for school and everything.
Uh-huh.
And I am so glad to hear what you had to say because 15 years from now, the reason I'm going to school is to get a career. If in 15 years some kid comes and knocks on my door and says, "Hi, Mom, I want to get to know you," I wouldn't be very happy about that. I'd be pissed.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people would be pissed because a lot of people are in your position there. 18, 19, 20, 21 years old, going to school, trying to buy books, pay for tuition, pay the rent on an apartment, whatever.
Right.
And they see these ads. You're in Seattle, it'll be like in The Stranger or Seattle Weekly.
That's right.
And it's come on in, and no experience necessary, but it sounds like easy money.
Yeah.
But it won't
if
be
I
such...
wanted to have a kid, I'd be having a kid.
Well, that's
if
right.
I wanted to get money, I'd do what I could to get money.
And imagine, you'd be having your kid would be raised by somebody who reads The Stranger. Think about that.
Don't want to.
And if you think about that, you would never donate an egg or sperm.
Don't want to.
Good points, Adrian. Thank you for the call. I appreciate it.
You want 1-800-5800-TOM. 1-800-5800-866.
Thank you, Tom.
The Tom Leykis Show.
Tom Leykis Show at 1-800-5800-TOM. Crystal on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
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 I just wanted to say I've donated my eggs about 4 times through one center, and I'm in the process right now of actually doing a cycle. And through this particular center, it is completely anonymous. I am a number. The only time...
Yes, but they have your name attached to that number.
Right. The only time and I have to actually sign all these papers. The only time that they can come looking for me is for bone marrow if the child is dying.
Well, yeah, but again, if the law changes, that's going to be their out.
Yeah.
If the law changes and says that test tube babies have a right to know who their parents are, it will supersede anything you sign.
Do you think it would be grandfather clause would it be for the time that I completely do
No, this is already happening. There are people suing. There are people, because now, test tube babies are, in their 20s, the first ones, I guess. Mm-hmm. And there are cases now of these people filing lawsuits against the fertility clinics to get the information about their backgrounds.
That's interesting. They did not tell me that this last
time. Of course they did not tell you that.
Huh.
Because if people knew this, they'd stop donating.
Yeah, it's a pretty brutal thing, to go through the process. It's a 3-week process, needles and
I love how they use the word I love how they use the word donate or donation. They're buying this stuff from you.
Actually, they can't actually buy your eggs. What they're paying you for is your time.
Blah blah blah.
That's what they tell us.
Well, of course, technically they have to say that.
Yeah.
But the reality is, you have eggs, they're buying them.
That's true.
So my attitude about this is it really worth the possibility that one of those eggs will come knocking on your door one day?
No. It's not worth it.
And unless there was an ironclad guarantee, like I walked in there and I don't tell you my name, I mean, why do you need to know my name if I'm just a number?
That's true.
But I'm telling you, they say, oh yeah, you're a number. But somewhere there's a list of the numbers and the names.
I never looked at it that way.
I mean, how would the person in need of bone marrow find you?
Exactly. Well,
if you're just a number.
Yeah. Thank you, Tom, for making me see that.
Crystal, thank you. 1-800-5800-TOM is their telephone number. Nate on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom. How's it going?
All right, Nate.
Hey, I was wondering, why exactly would you trust a guy that says he's that he says he's the president of Nigeria when he could just be some guy wanting your bank account numbers?
Why would somebody want my bank account number?
To get your money?
No, you don't understand. He's sending money. He's putting it in my account.
Yeah, you're saying that he's asking for your bank account number. So I mean,
right? So he can affect the transfer.
But you don't know this guy, so obviously you haven't.
The president of Nigeria. What are you going to worry? The president of Nigeria told me they went through a process to find the right person to handle $173 million. And they determined that I was the person. What am I going to question that? They should be checking my background. I mean, they're entrusting me with all this money. I'm going to check their background. They need to check mine.
Well, what if it's just some guy that lives in Seattle, for instance, that just sent you a letter postmarked from Nigeria or something like that, just wanting your money?
Well, how would a guy in Seattle get a letter postmarked in Nigeria?
Well, it does, anyway, it doesn't matter. I don't mean like he has to be postmarked from Seattle, but say that he say it was a guy in Nigeria that listened to your show or something, and say they gave you letters saying that...
This sounded very official. I read it many times.
Well, I mean, I work with Photoshop. I mean, I can make something look official as well.
Not just looked official. I mean, the language, the wording, and clearly, they struggled a little bit with English, but you could tell these were very important people.
All right. Well, I just don't know if, giving out bank account numbers to somebody you know is necessarily a wise decision. But
I threw in my PIN number just because, you don't want them to try to put the money in and not be able to get it in.
Gotcha. All right. Well, can you blow me up Kobe style?
Of course I can.
This is about us. She's so special to me. You're a beat to my heart. You're the air I breathe. She's so special to me.
Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-866. Tom Leykis. 1-800-5800-TOM.
That's the gentle way of telling someone they've gotten fat. Oh, I'm worried about your health, honey. Baloney. You're worried about having to look at that person naked.
The Tom Leykis Show.
The Tom Leykis Show. It's Randy. Hello.
Hello, Tom.
Hello, Randy.
Long-time listener. I have called before. I wanted to kind of give you a different twist on the anonymity view. Okay, I was adopted by two parents that couldn't have children from birth, and I've always known I was adopted. And exactly a year and a half ago, all of a sudden I had a private investigator contact me to let me know that a so-called biological father and said mother are trying to locate me. And they basically did. And I'll tell you what, I don't care what health problems are on my parents' side. That doesn't matter. I have a family, and I have two loving parents and a sister that who is also adopted, but that is my family. And I'll tell you what, it's been nothing but a pain in the butt.
Oh, my God. And what, they suddenly had a guilt attack or something?
You know what? Yeah, in a sense, one of them did have like a guilt attack. It was like the father, who is not with the woman anymore, who is the biological father anyways, sat there for, as he said, 30 years wondering, oh my God, I have a son out there. I need to get a hold of him. And and I'll tell you what, now all of a sudden I have 4 sisters and 2 new brothers, and to me it's just pure drama. Now I got a whole entire family that, oh my God, we must meet him. We must fly him out to a family reunion. And I'll tell you what, I'm 34 and I'm pretty much set in my ways. And
yeah, I don't want my life to change. That's the thing for me. That is also why I said, if I had any accidents out there, I'll obey the law, but do not come over looking for somebody to play catch with on the weekend.
Exactly. And I mean, I don't even need a brother and sister contacting me, because now all of a sudden I'm dealing with family feuds, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, I don't even call these people. I get like 10 calls a week, and it's just absolutely annoying. But hey, thanks for your show, Tom. You're like another father to me. Can you take me out effing Fox style?
Effing Fox style? What would that be?
I don't know yet. Have you made one up?
I think I got one for you, Randy. Here you go.
All right, thank you.
Doesn't sound like a fox, but believe me, she said she was a fox. 1-800-5800-TOM is our telephone number. It's Mike on the Tom Leykis Show. Hello.
Hey, Tom.
Mike.
I just wanted to make a comment to all those people already donating their sperm and eggs. By all means, keep on doing it, because I want to hear your next show saying that, hey, Tom, I should have listened to you. Now I'm stuck with 500 kids.
Oh, that's coming. That's coming.
And then after that, they know it because they all showed up at the same time.
Or they're kids who committed murder, or they're kids who turned out to be Adolf Hitler. I mean, I'm telling you, it's coming.
But it'll be such a great show for next year. It'll be, how soon do you think that would be? I mean, if it's already in England, and since it's already a neighbor country and they're listening to each other, we started doing this. How about you, United States?
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's going to happen. It's going to happen. And that everybody who thinks they are anonymous will not be anonymous anymore. Thanks a lot for the call, Mike. Our email address is my name. It's Tom.